With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Just about time to rock as toe gets ready to meet leather. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jackson looking to throw right away. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there. And they just got
there he goes, right side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down. But a lot of the media, Charles, ourselves included, starting to prep those MVP ballots. You wonder if last week's performance, which he admitted was not very good, if that hurt him at all coming down the stretch.
Less than 50 yards on the ground in last week's game that you referenced in. Let's face it.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 60 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flipped it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And that one really pushes him back. A loss of 9. And now it's 3rd and goal after the sack.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now they've got to find a way to get it back together.
And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. Only able to pick up a yard, and that's going to leave him with a long 4th and goal. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. Tucker's kick is good, and the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. That was a long, sustained opening drive, but in the end, only able to get 3, the field goal out of it.
And absolutely, you'll take the points and the early leads. You never give those back, but there will be a little bit of disappointment that they didn't punch it in for 6 after that kind of yardage and that kind of drive that they had.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Jackson now. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. This will wind up a loss on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Justin Tucker on for the field goal. A 25-yard attempt.
Tucker's kick is good. So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
So a couple of field goals now. 6-0 our score as the kicks are away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Out quickly here to Smith and Jigba. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. When you look at this defense, they currently sit at number 4 in the NFL in terms of stopping the run.
I still crack up a little bit after we left our meeting with the defensive coordinator, because I said to you, stop me if you've heard this before. How about him saying, well, first order of business, we got to stop the run. Of course you do. He's got a good unit. But facing the #1 rushing team, they have to stop that in order to have a good performance.
So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor? The winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
Call that a very strong gain of 24. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in 3rd in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
Going right back to Smith and Jigba. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Here's Walker. And he is in for a Seattle touchdown. Kenneth Walker with career touchdown number 125, moving him into a tie with Walter Payton on the all-time list. And the Seahawks have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And they take the lead here at 7-6. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've probably got some adjustments to make because they've moved the football okay at times, but they haven't been able to get anything consistently going, have they?
What you worry about is it almost turns into a basketball game where one team's coming down and hitting 3.
Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go.
Real quick, ready?
Now it's Jackson. Pass incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Jackson. That's to the Notre Dame man, Michael Mayer. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. Jackson on 1st down. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Jacoby Myers with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Ravens are once again back in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make this a 6-point game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a 1st down.
Straight ahead, Walker knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
60 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good, backside guys,
man,
that's what you're supposed to do.
I had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable game. You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Howell throwing on 3rd down here. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
And his kick here is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Now Jackson going to shift him around.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Now they'll change things around before the snap. Here's a handoff out of the gun.
They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the play.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
But no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick 6.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 4-point game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Back to the air, Jackson following the pick 6.
A short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer.
And he'll be out right at the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The Ravens at 14-2 heading into this final week. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Report!
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I really like the angles that the tacklers came from on that play. They secured inside, took away the cutback. The sideline's there, so you can only go so far outside, and they were able to close in and tackle him for a loss.
Yeah, they used your boy over there, the 12th man. Sammy Sideline, right?
Sammy Sideline. You know something? He tackles pretty well, too.
He's tougher than an...
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
Picked off by Jamal Adams.
And the Seahawks are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
Well, when I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And some room to run now. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. The 71 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he's just shredding them.
And the defense, they get to Howell. He'll go down here. And now they're in the hurry-up. They'll go play action. Howell. Toward the sideline, intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take over here up near the 40. They set themselves behind the chains, trying to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Jackson's got this throw brought in here by Mayer. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that will bring up second down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's second down. Now Jackson. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Jackson. A short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 44 yards out, left hash. Tucker's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. The fair catch taken short of the goal line, and they'll begin this third quarter at their own 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Left side, he finds Smith and Jigba. It'll be a gain of just a yard. And now 2 yards to go on third down. They'll try for the first with Walker. And this is going to depend on the spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. Fourth down.
And this will be a Seahawks first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
If he writes a book in the offseason, he ought to title it Undaunted, because where he is on the field, back on his own side, and goes for it and gets it, I got to give it to him on that one.
Yeah, only thing you can justify it with is it was only a few inches that they needed. If it's 4th and 2, probably doesn't do it. Hey, he got it. Give him credit.
Yeah, but if they don't pick it up,
then you're in trouble.
Yeah, they're giving points to the other team at that stage.
On second down, it's Walker.
And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48.
92 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On third down, here's Walker.
Well, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
They'll run for it. It's Walker.
And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
This one goes underneath to Walker.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11.
When coaches stress their defense being physical, they don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Howell out of the shotgun.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
And the passing game's been struggling a bit today, and that was the latest example. Haven't been getting much yardage out of it, and now on his back after the last play, he faces 3rd and long.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Out of the gun, it's Howell.
Eluding the pressure right. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8. And Howell will throw it.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3. But now it's 3rd down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down, Howell. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss a run like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Now Howell.
And it's incomplete. This long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 18 more yards there and another first down. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
Third and 9 here. From the gun, Jackson. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely, and no matter what angle you're making the tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. A short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind up. 2nd and 5.
No, we changed it.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
They're not out of it yet, but in order to come back, they need to play clean football the rest of the way. He makes a correct read there, passing on challenging a blanket coverage and getting the first down with his legs instead.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Jackson. And he's got his man on the out route. And in for the Ravens touchdown. From 19 yards away. And the Ravens go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Now a big play here as the Ravens are going to go for the 2-point conversion. Now they send a man in motion right. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Howell.
Down. The Ravens able to get to him. This offense on third down today, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be third and forever. Here's Booker on the catch. Well, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's fourth down. Gotta try it here. He's back to throw. That's to his running back, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A big pickup of 12 yards on fourth down to keep this drive from stalling. Fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need. That's exactly what they got done.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on second down.
And they go play action with Howell.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Howell, he'll look to throw it.
Flush to his right. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a fourth down.
Fourth down, Howell, desperation time. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Ken Walker with career touchdown number 126, the same number Jim Brown had during his 9-year career. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On second down, Jackson. A short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, This intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Jackson. Short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer.
Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Now they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward, because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go.
Yeah, they could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts.
This has been an up-and-down, back-and-forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Tucker's kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Here's Howell.
Sliding out of the pocket. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
Howell to throw. Throw out wide to Walker.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
A big play here as the crowd noise rises. 3rd and 1. Running left is Walker. Oh, but that play not what they wanted at all. He does get out of bounds, but it's a loss of yardage, and now it's 4th down.
Well, as far as plays go, there's nothing to write home about on that one, because that one gets him negative yardage. But if you do want to find a positive, he found a way to get out of bounds and stop the clock.
Too far for a field goal. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Gets this complete to Smith and Jigba. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Felt compelled to go for it there on fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a fourth down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
He's back to throw. Smith and Jigba hauling it in on the out route. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, yet a guy's still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to potentially send us to overtime. And that one will be no good. He never had it on line. It's well wide to the left. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
We so often think of these kickers as automatic at any distance, and it's just not the case because when you start talking about 50-plus yards, that's still a tough one to connect on. This one ends up no good, and that should put to rest any chance of this game getting to overtime.
What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere.